Hi everyone, this is Jeannie Ellis, also known as Scrapbooking Mamo, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a project card that I'm doing along with a hop on Handmade Happiness, which is on Facebook, and I'll put the link below. And the theme, as you can see, is stars and or stripes, and I did a little bit of both, as you can see there. And the process is beginning now. I'm cutting down my paper to size, and I'm going to cut it down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is a normal size. And I'm going to go ahead and emboss that piece too, since the embossing folder is the main element that we have in the card. It can be any pattern, but it has to have an embossing folder, which I love doing embossing folders anyway. And normally I spray my paper first before I put the card in it and then emboss it, but I forgot to do it on that one. And it will emboss better if you just spray a little bit of water on there without doing too much water. And it still embossed pretty good, so that was okay. I'm happy with that part of it. Now, want to make sure that you check out the description box below for all the details and the links in it, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp some sentiments and some elements so that I can use those on the front of my card. I'm going to be using an ink called Bluebird, and I'll try to put all the links for the individual projects or product below. But anyway, I will put definitely the main link for that. So it's just stars and stripes, and I like putting in this stamp here, and you see how that's kind of a reddish pink color. That's not going to hurt anything. If you use red on a stamp, just clean it off the best that you can, and as long as it doesn't leave the red color on it, then you're good to go. For some reason, red seems to stain really, really well, and I don't know why, but it does. Now this blue color is so pretty. I use it for a lot of stuff, but I love that blue, and it's probably not as dark as what I should have done, but I wanted to give it some lightening up on the front of the card, just to give it some contrast. So I'll be putting all those up, because if you don't put them up, I got those little bitty stamps in there, man, I tell you what, I have lost some because I didn't put them up right away. So I've learned my lesson. And this really cute bee that I lost, and now I can't find it. So lesson learned. So now I'm going to take that piece that I just stamped, and I'm going to put it through another embossing folder and slide it through the Sizzix machine there, the fold away they call it. I love that machine, it works so well. But anyway, I embossed it with that, and it just it just made it bring it out better for the top of the card. The element did. So now I'm just adhering the front to the cover, and the card size is 4 1/2 by 5 1/2 once it's folded. So the next thing that you see, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. So in the end, I decided to go ahead and cut it out. I cut it out in one way, and then it didn't look right to me. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and do it differently, and you'll see that in a little bit. So there we go. I wanted to put that stars strip there, and again, I'm always fiddling. I don't decide what I'm going to do until I see it in different ways. And for me, I didn't see enough of the red and white stripes, so that's going to change. So I'm going to be cutting out the stars up there, not the star strip, but the stars, that's the little explosion up there. I'm going to be cutting that out. So, and I trimmed down that star strip there because it was too wide. Are you like me? You fiddle and fiddle, and you go one way, and then you go another way, then you go, well, I like it the other way better. That's what I do every time. Now I'm finally cutting out the element. And you'll see at the end of the video where I post a picture of the finished card, I did change it up just a little bit, but you'll see it at the end. So most of this is going to be self-explanatory. So what I'm going to do is use some background music so that you don't have to hear me keep going on and on. So, but like I said, most of it's self-explanatory now. See you in a little bit.